What's up, y'all? It's your girl Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel if you are new. I'm from Washington DC, and I'm also an entrepreneur. Now in today's video, I will be talking about DC rappers that were killed in the last 5 years. I did find 10 or 11 people that I could speak on, so some of you may know them, some of you may not, but these young men were up and coming in the DMV area. So to pay homage to them, and in order to keep their names alive and keep what they built alive, we are going to say their names and give as much information as possible. In the past 5 years, the DC rap scene has exceeded all expectations of success and beat all odds with a authentic sound that's fresh and new. And in DC, with success, there often comes jealousy, envy, and hate. And hate always equals to violence. It may be a fight. It may be a jumping scenario. It may be knives. But 9 times out of 10 nowadays, it's just guns. Let's get into the video. Number 1, Swipey. Swipey had 2 to 3 years of success before his death, and it was a very exciting time. And he also had a huge following on social media. He was very active and would show his personality, which was very funny, right? Unfortunately, he was killed August 21st, 2016. While attending a party, Swipey stepped outside where he was approached, shot, and then robbed of his materialistic items. 2 men were charged with his murder in February of 2017. Swipey was only 18 years old. Number 2, OG Man Man. OG Man Man was an up-and-coming rapper from the DC area. As far as I know, his name only surfaced on my feed because of his beef with Maryland rapper Big Flock. I don't know if these men knew each other or whatever the case was. I'm not going to speculate on that. But this beef went into the music and it got disrespectful real quick. OG Man Man dropped a song called Truth, which was filmed at Big Flock's fallen soldier's gravesite. 1 week or so after the song dropped, OG Man Man was killed. A lot of people say he was backdoored, but only God knows. He was pronounced dead June 12th, 2016. He was only 23 years old. And as far as OG Man Man goes, I think that it's a huge example of not spreading negativity, not fueling negativity, or negativity will come to your front door. Negativity will come wherever you are. It will find you. And that's really all I have to say. I don't want to say, nothing too disrespectful about him because he did lose his life. His mother lost a son, etc. Number 3, 30 GLIZZY. 30 GLIZZY was an affiliate and close friend to DC rapper Shy GLIZZY. He was freshly signed to Shy GLIZZY's label, and even before signing, he had many songs out with Shy GLIZZY and a few other people. Unfortunately, he was found unresponsive in a South Baltimore alley September 7th, 2017, and was pronounced dead at the scene. He was only 26 years old, and I feel like around this time, I was really like, damn, it's something with Shy GLIZZY where people want to get to him so bad that they try to and are taking out a lot of his men. Number 4, A1 Lil Tony. His name started to ring bells a few years before his death, and from what I can see, he had a lot of connections in the DMV area and used those connections wisely within his music career. A1 Lil Tony was unfortunately gunned down in a targeted attack. He and someone with him was walking towards his mother's apartment when someone approached A1 Lil Tony and began to shoot. Police concluded that he was targeted because the person approached him and didn't even go after the other person that he was with. A1 Lil Tony was pronounced dead at the scene May 1st, 2018. He was only 20 years old. Number 5, Baby Occ. Baby Occ is a rapper straight out of Maryland who jumped into the DMV music scene with a distinct sound that was addicting. His voice plus lyrics slid on every video. It was also heavily known around the DMV area that if Baby Occ and Big Flock was on a song together, it was automatically gonna be a bop, okay? First reports came out of his death after social media was being flooded with "Rest in peace, Baby Occ." But at the time, nothing was confirmed. When the truth came out, it was revealed that Baby Occ was possibly a victim of a shooting that occurred in Riverdale around like 4:30 in the afternoon. Shortly after that, police found one male outside of a residence suffering from gunshot wounds. They also found another male inside of the residence suffering from gunshot wounds, and both males were pronounced deceased. Baby Occ was only 22 years old at the time of his death, which was October 26, 2018. Number 6, Slim Tristan. Slim Tristan was a rapper out of Southeast DC who collaborated with Light Show during his music career. From what I know, he did some time, came back out into the real world, but as far as I seen, he didn't get to put much music out before his demise. From the looks of it, that was about to change, as he was in the studio moments before the fatal shooting that took his life. On the morning of November 18th, 2019, Slim Tristan was shot outside of a recording studio in Woodbridge, Virginia. It was said that an argument led to the shooting, and here's the kicker to this. Now, the shooting of Slim Tristan happened on a Monday, and by Wednesday of that same week, an arrest had been made in connection to the shooting of Slim Tristan. A 43-year-old male was arrested, and I will be looking into that soon, just in case there are some updates that we do need to know. Slim Tristan was only 32 years old and had a lot more to do in this world. Number 7, AHKDACLICKA. From Northeast, his rise came after he dropped music dissing another rapper in the hood close to his. That music turned into real beef shortly before his death. He was approached and pressed on a train. The incident was recorded and dropped on social media, where he was clowned by many. On January 8th, 2020, AHKDACLICKA and a friend went to go meet up with a girl at a train station that AHKDACLICKA had met over social media. I get deeper into it in a video that will be linked below, but basically when the friend went down inside the station looking for the girl, AHKDACLICKA waited outside of the station where shots began to ring out. AHKDACLICKA was hit several times. Shortly after this shooting, police officials found him, transported him to a hospital, and after all life-saving efforts failed, he was pronounced dead. AHKDACLICKA was only 18 years old. Number 8, Big BOODA. Big BOODA was a local DC rapper who worked very hard and dropped music consistently for years. He became a father in 2019. A few months before his death, he lost his mother. According to his loved ones, he was on the right track and wanted to leave the city. Big BOODA also released a new mixtape shortly before his death. February 2nd, 2020, a shooting occurred around 2:30 a.m. on the northeast side of DC, where Big BOODA was shot in his vehicle. Police found him in his vehicle, transported him to a hospital where he did pass away. He was only 24 years old. Number 9, Boosa da Shoota. A close friend and affiliate of Fat Trail, Boosa da Shoota popped onto the rap scene in 2013, being a part of Fat Trail's Slutty Boys crew. He also has collaborated with the likes of Chief Keef and Fredo Santana, rest in peace. After Fat Trail confirmed Boosa da Shoota's passing, he followed that by saying that he blamed himself for his friend's death. Wale also knew Boosa, and he reacted by saying, "Nah man, my heart just sunk," with a picture of Boosa attached to it. Boosa da Shoota was unfortunately shot in Prince George's County on June 18th of this year. Boosa da Shoota was only 28 years old. Number 10, Lil Neef. Lil Neef is the most recent rapper killed in the DMV area. Lil Neef has been dropping songs consecutively for 5+ years and progressively gained a loyal fan base along the way. He had a show on July 10th, that's this month, and he was unable to make it there because on July 9th he was shot and killed. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else spoke on this, but I will briefly speak on it. From what it looks like, Lil Neef was shot and killed during a robbery that backfired. In this case, it may turn out to be a justified homicide, but only time will tell. This scenario to me is very similar with Shorty Pop, who is from Southeast DC. He was very talented, energetic, and you could tell he had a love for music. And I think that that's what both of these young men have in common. And if y'all don't know who Shorty Pop is, basically Shorty Pop was in the original Backyard Band. You could see footage of him on stage and all that. It'll be a picture up here. The videos that I've done on him will be down below if you don't know. But he is a street legend that is very important to the DC music scene, right? To history. And with those things that these men have in common, it's like this is always how it goes if you don't focus on the positive things that you're doing. Even if the most positive things you're doing is not the most profitable at the time or in the beginning. So we as people, we might feel like we gotta get our hands dirty or do X, Y, and Z just to put some money in our pocket, and we end up the odd one out anyway. It's very sad what happened to Lil Neef. A young man, somebody 21 years old with as much energy and the voice that he had. His rap career was going good, gaining fans every day. It's a tragedy all the way around, and bottom line, that is what all of these young men have in common. And that's why I feel like we do need to keep their names alive. Because if you think about it, there'd never be another Swipey. There'd never be another Boosa da Shoota. There'll never be another AHKDACLICKA. Nobody can do it exactly how another man did it. All of these men are important. And my hope is with searching up any one of these people, you could see how hard they worked. You could see as many videos, as many features. They was really working, but you gotta stick with that. You gotta stick with it. Because this city will really eat you alive.